and the second graders would like to share with you some of the things that we've been learning this year. We'll do it my favorite way, through songs, jingles, and chants, and especially with hand motions.
Hello, boys and girls. I'm Mrs. Maggie, and we are so excited to share with you today what we have been learning about the history of the English language.
It's like a big piece of cake with lots of different ingredients.
Excuse me, 5th grade, Reagan.
Track the speaker. Hi, I'm Miss Deuce, and I'm your head, Geneva. I'm around 20 years younger than the other two teachers. I could be their daughter. 20? That could be 21s, 2 10s, all full 5s. Yes, and this year in our Math and Focus, we are trying to be math-minded. Math is really everywhere!
Boys and girls, let's share with the audience what we have been learning about the history of the English language. And audience, please remember to
track the speaker. Before people used letters to write, they wrote using pictures. That's right, like the Egyptian hieroglyphics. We are learning a lot about Egypt. For instance, Egypt is on the northern part of the continent of Africa. We have a song we've learned about that part of the world. 3rd graders, feel free to join us as we sing our Northern Africa song. Yay! Another song with hand motions. Egypt, Libya, Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, Canary Islands, and Western Sahara. Egypt, Libya, Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, Canary Islands, and Western Sahara. These are the countries of Northern Africa, south of the Mediterranean Sea, home of the Great Sahara Desert and the pyramids. We also compared the 50,000 symbols of the Chinese language to the 26 letters in our alphabet. 26, that could be 26 ones, 2 10s, all, and 6 ones. See, math is everywhere! Speaking of China, did you know that China is on the continent of Asia? We have learned that the English language started on the island of Britannia. The first people of Britannia were called the Celts. However, the Romans went from Italy and took over that country for a very long time. They civilized the Celts and protected them from invasions. Didn't our music docent teach us that Corelli was from Italy? Corelli, Corelli, my violin's not smelly. The Celts wanted to keep their identity, though, and chose to be called Britons. Sound familiar? In 400 AD, the Romans left Britannia because they had trouble in their own homeland. 400? That could be a number bond of 200 plus 200. See, math is everywhere.
Without the Romans to protect them,
the German tribes of Anglo, Saxon, and Jutes to protect them.
He offered them treasures and land.
So that's where the title Anglo-Saxon comes from. Hey, I remember learning in geography that the Rome, the British Isles, and Germany are all considered a part of the continent of Europe. Please sing with us if you know our continent song.
Yay! Another song with
hand motions. What the fight? The Anglo-Saxons liked it there and decided to call the land Angleland. That kind of sounds like Aggieland. Well, 100 years later, monks arrived and taught Christianity and Latin. 100? That could be 100 ones, 3 tens, and 8 100s.
It's okay.
100, that could be 100, and 10 tens, and a number bond of 2 50s, 425. See, math is everywhere.
Hey, weren't we talking about Latin? Oh yeah, so that's why we study Latin.
Yes, Latin is just one more ingredient in our English language cake. Each week we learn 3 new Latin and Greek roots. We would now like to share about some of the Latin and Greek roots we have learned.
Guess what? We're going to do it with
hand motions.
Boys and girls, remember to
track the speaker. Photos means like graph is write or draw. Telly is far away. Metron is measure. Showboats means turn to love and friendship. Co-host is fierce and is with together.
recently learned that in 835 AD, the Vikings attacked.
835, that could be 5 ones.
3 tens and 8 100s.
Yay! Woo! Good job.
See, math is everywhere.
Learning about the English language is important because God created language.
God even used his omnipotence to confuse the language at the Tower of Babel. He communicates to us through his written word. Mrs. Gumbert encourages us to memorize verses about speaking and communicating with kind words.
Yes, and God's word tells us that he wants our words and our thoughts to be pleasing to him.
Our teachers have been reading the book Pollyanna to us. Pollyanna always had encouraging words for everyone. Through her words, she was able to change a whole entire town. We hope this verse we are about to sing will encourage you to do the same. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up, according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. This is from Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful.
They need to let they speak.
According to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. This is from Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29. Hum the little, hum the light, hum the little, hum the light. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is helpful for building others up, according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen. This is from Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29. Hum the little, hum the light, hum the little, hum the light, hum the little, hum the light.
You know what I love about Geneva School of Bernie is that we all get to stand up here and do our best. And do we make mistakes sometimes?
Yes.
Yes. Mrs. Gumbert makes mistakes all the time. And Mr. Ryden and all of your teachers. And the great thing is we get to correct it and do better next time, don't we? And Jack, we're proud of you. Let's give Jack a big round of applause. And he had to learn his sister's lines, just so you know, because we need to pray for Lauren today, don't we? Lauren had surgery, so Jack and Chris had a big job to do. So well done, second grade. I'm really proud of you. Let's give them another round of applause. We are going to pray. So I would like for you all to stand.